And we are live,
again.
live. Yeah. We don't. Now we got to wait on people to join us here. Figure out where we're at.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah. We're
We're
doing what
live
everybody else
again.
does. So we're gonna give it a few minutes while people join. Hold on, everybody.
Is anybody on yet?
Now, two. Let's see who they are. Who's on right now? Let me get the banner going.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Aaron found us. Joe Gibbon found us. Mark found us.
Dean.
Dean found us. All right. Good. Good.
Hey,
Gang's all here.
people, I believe that was the fastest we got booted so far, dude.
We're
Huh?
going to be persistent. We are going to continue to do this.
I don't know what you
Eventually,
guys see out there, but what it is they knock us right down to zero. We can't see anything in the comment section and
right, right,
pretty much shut us off. And then actually, when we go offline, me and Doug can still like what we're doing right now only offline, and they kind of wiped Doug right off of that too,
right.
real
Yeah, they
quick
didn't
like.
want us communicating.
So we're back. Like always, how many people got in here, Doug?
Five, five.
Like always, want to thank the veterans. Thought you guys, we wouldn't be able to get kicked off Facebook for
right,
expressing ourselves.
right.
Want to thank all the military serving overseas and homeland, protecting our freedoms. Thank our first responders,
Sorta.
police, fire, EMS, doctors, nurses, and tow trucks. So, when the next lockdown starts, hey, listen, Doug, let's take a minute on this. So, if you guys been paying attention, the numbers are flaring again. Um, what did we have last week? 40,000 cases, 30,000, something like that in Ohio, Doug.
Right.
I believe, not fact, Facebook. My opinion was I thought that better yet, Facebook, didn't they have 30, 40,000 cases in Ohio last week? There, that way you can't fact check me. So it come out recently that imagine this, late August, late September, October, this variant's really gonna take off, and we're gonna have issues, and well, imagine that, Doug. The big election is in November, so here we go. So yes, Joe, the
Right.
answer to the question is, I believe that we will start having mandates and lockdowns.
Well, if you look around, and I think it's out in California, they're starting the mask program all over again in the schools.
New York too.
Yeah.
New York,
So
I believe.
it's coming. It's coming. Or something's coming.
And here's the thing. Here's the worst part about all this. And of course, now we'll get kicked off YouTube because we may have given some medical misinformation. So I'll say my opinion, which doesn't mean shit because then they'll still do it to us. But we should have learned. We should have learned the last year and a half, 2 years about masks, and what they don't do.
Right.
And we don't. We give this, I don't know, false sense of security. I think is more a better term, wouldn't you say? False sense of security that if you got that mask on, that everything will be okay. It'll be fine. And it's proven fact when they had the Alpha variant, Doug, the Alpha variant and Delta
Yeah.
variant.
This would be really bad if you do that.
Oh man, oh boy, here we go. But it's a proven fact that the Alpha variant and the Delta variant, unless you were wearing an N95 mask, and then even then, he wasn't really safe, Doug, from that the microns going through the mask.
So they say.
So well, so now they say the Omicron,
Somebody says.
Omicron. Somebody says the Omicron. When the Omicron first come out, and they wanted to flare this back up, that it was even smaller on the microns, which means the N95 mask, which was leaking some of the Alpha and Delta, definitely going to leak the Omicron. And now this one coming out, what is it, DA5 or D Omicron D5 or something like that, or
Lost track.
that's even more contagious and smaller. So what's that tell you? So although I get, Jim Bob's mother makes a beautiful mask for you ladies, or makes a pretty wicked mask for you gentlemen, or makes half one side and half the other for you that don't know who the hell you're identifying as this day. And so it's all cool looking, but it don't do a damn thing, Doug. Don't do a damn thing. And it's proven. It's more health risk for you. Yeah, but whatever. I'll get smacked for saying that, I'm sure, by YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll get kicked
Yes.
off
Right.
7 more weeks.
Right.
But I don't give a shit. But so yes, the answer to the question is yes. I believe it's coming again. I really do. But it is what it is. I don't think the American people are going to put up with it this time, Doug.
I think a lot was learned over the last couple of years, and you're right.
I don't think you're still going to have people out there that can I say this without hurting any feelings?
Never.
You're still going to have people out there that are going to believe in the fear mongering, so to speak. That if they walk out of their house, the minute the government starts saying this, and this, they're only going to have 3 people at Thanksgiving. They're not going to walk out of their house unless they're masked up. They're going to be driving in their fucking cars wearing a mask when they're by themselves. And I still ain't figured that fucking shit out yet to this day. Driving down the road and see somebody by themselves in a car wearing a mask. And what are you worried that the air conditioner is going to suck something in? I mean, it is what it is, but you're still going to always have them people, Yeah, and that's it, Marty. They're starting to fear mongering all over again, and how convenient that they make the statement. I didn't make the statement. Doug didn't make it. The upper echelon made this statement that by late August, September, October, that this is going to be out of control again. Well, whatever.
And because I really don't care. Does the president have COVID?
Yes.
Okay. Then that must explain the whole thing that I just watched.
The president has COVID, and I got my theories on that. What's going to happen out of this?
I'd love to hear it.
Why, everything's going to move up. You watch. We're going to have the whore move up and the drunk bitch move up.
We're in good hands.
And here, us as American people now, stop thinking about this. When Donald Trump got COVID, remember?
Yeah.
Remember that, Doug? When Trump got COVID, the left side Congress pushed for him to relieve power to Pence. Remember that? Because he had COVID and he went in the hospital.
Yep.
And they demanded that he relieve power to Pence. Where's all that being said right now?
Oh,
has it happened and we don't know? Just asking for a friend, Facebook. Yeah, watch us drop to 0 again. Yes, he does.
So whatever, his spokesperson came out and said, all I watched is like 20 seconds, and he said, he uh, went to bed early, and he got up early, and he ate his breakfast, and he ate his lunch. The only thing left was some crumbs on the plate, and he showed me his plate.
Like a little kid.
Exactly. Like kindergarten. Look, he ate everything.
Mommy, look. What's the stuff crumbs? Can I go play PlayStation now?
And if you're Putin or somebody watching this,
Yeah, watch it. Why would we show shit like that?
right.
Why would we say anything? And he showed me my plate. You're putting it. I'm getting my ass kicked in Ukraine, and I ain't even saying stupid shit like this.
Right.
And they are getting their ass kicked. I don't talk about
this is a good point here. So he came out all about the shots and the boosters and the mask and all that, and he still got COVID.
Remember this statement, Doug. I got so fired up about this. I called you in the middle of the night screaming when he made this statement, and we talked about it going into winter. When you unvaccinated, it's going to be a long, cold, dark winter of death for you. Remember that statement?
Yes.
That's what our president said. You unvaccinated, it's going to be a long, cold, dark winter of death for you. So I'm vaccinated. Doug's not. I don't care if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. I don't give two shits. It's your decision. I've maintained that from day one, Doug. Me and you both have maintained. It's your decision. We don't give a shit. I don't have a booster shot. That's my decision. I'm not getting it. And we'll probably get kicked off again, but I'm going to go into how I feel about it, Doug. They come out and they said, get vaccinated, get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Well, it relieves the symptoms. Now, they did say that right up front. It's not going to stop you from getting it. It will relieve the harsh symptoms. Correct, Doug? Isn't that what they said?
Right.
So when I got vaccinated, I don't think the needle was out of my arm yet. They handed me a card and said, your booster and that. What? Well, yeah, you have to get another one in time. What do you mean? I just got my second shot. I took the Pfizer. No, you're going to. So when they come out with the booster, that booster was not even for the Omicron. Remember, Doug? It wasn't even for the Delta. It was for the Alpha.
Yes. Yep.
So the Delta was flared up. The booster come out. People started just running to the booster that were allowed to, after the time. And then they come out and says, well, it doesn't really do anything for the Delta and the Omicron, but you need it. And they come out with another booster. Well, it doesn't do anything for the Omicron, but you need it. Why do I need it? We're past the Delta, the Omicron. We're into like the 5th variant of the Omicron, and the boosters coming out don't cover that. So what? Why? And if anybody should show it, Biden should show it right now, right?
Right.
He said every shot there was.
Right.
So, except for a brain shot, he ain't got no brains upstairs. Inject some into him. So I'm not telling you out there. I don't care. You want to go get all the boosters? Go get them. I'm not you. I'm not telling you to get them or don't get them. I'm just telling you the facts of every time a booster comes out, another variant comes out, and they say that booster really doesn't do anything for that variant.
Right.
And I still have a hard time with them calling it a vaccine. I got vaccinated for the chicken pox, or not chicken pox, of measles and all that, and I never got it. My dog just got a shot vaccinated for the rabies. So if he all of a sudden gets rabies, I'm going to the vet, right, Doug? Hey,
yeah,
he vaccinated my dog for rabies, and it's got rabies. But we can't do that. We can't do that because they passed that law.
Correct. Facebook, they did pass a law. Got to look it up.
In February of 2021 that you can't do anything. So there you go.
All right.
Mark Gainock's taking a shot right now.
Of bourbon.
A better chance. All
All
right,
right.
that's enough of that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be talking more about states and a little bit about Ohio too. So
Oh,
um,
boy.
hashtag's going to be no bull show. If you want to put that in, you can win yourself a pizza.
Dean Henry's watching. Thank you, Dean Henry.
Yep.
We appreciate all you do. Big D's Pizza.
And following us around
Quiet,
on
Quiet
Facebook.
Ohio. Yeah, following us around.
So one of the Biden administration agenda is to
Destroy the country. Doing good, Joe.
He already did that.
Right on schedule.
Is to basically move to all electric.
Yes.
So let me just tell you about the
story.
and then I want to hear your thoughts on it. So a family in Florida, they bought a 2014 Ford Focus electric for
Was it a
their
Focus or an
17-year-old.
Was it a Focus or an Ecotech or whatever it was?
It was a Ford Focus electric. That's what it was called.
Okay.
It actually has electric on the back of it, like it says electric. So the teenager had it for 6 months before it began giving her issues. And the dashboard was flashing a bunch of symbols. And she said it was fine at first, and she loved it, and it was small and quiet and cute. So it stopped running, so they took it to the repair shop, and they needed a battery.
All they needed was a battery.
How much are batteries for your vehicle?
Well, I don't. If I go to one of those chains, and it's like 120.
Yeah. Well, for this, it was $14,000.
Yeah. How much they paid for the car?
$11,000.
Okay.
The next roadblock they run into after they went and got a loan for the battery, they did not. I'm just making that up. Is it's not available, and they don't know when it's going to be available. So the dealership that they took it to said, "Well, we'll buy it off of you for $50.
$50.
Issue over." A six-month-old car that she had. It had 60,000 miles on it.
6,000 miles on it.
60,000.
2000, what year? 13.
14.
Bought it for 11,000, and they want to buy it back for $50.
Or you could put the $14,000 battery in that they don't have and don't know when they're going to get them.
No earlier than 5 or 6 months, I thought.
Is it?
They offered 500. It was.
I'm being fact checked. Hold on.
Okay, let's just go with Greg and say 500. Still.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So $14,000.
Yeah. For battery.
That's what I'd say. That's exactly what I'd say, Mark. You know what? Before I even sell it back to you for 500, I'll let it go back to the bank. That's exactly what I'd do. Bank can have it. And then go file bankruptcy. $14,000 for a battery.
Well, you can derby it, but you're going to be sitting there because it's not going anywhere. It's going to get derbied.
It'd be the one-car demolition derby. Part of that.
Right, everybody.
But let's stop and really think about this. They're pushing for electric cars and electric everything. And we've been through this last week and the week before about charging stations and everything else. Now, you really think now that the truth come out, what these batteries cost? Oh, who the hell in their right mind is gonna buy a used electric car?
And just so you know, this was in Florida, so it's not like it's someplace else where where's the batteries being made?
They're not here.
Obviously,
Where's the lithium for the batteries? Who mines 80%, 70% or more of the lithium for batteries? Afghanistan. Well, that's right. We gave that to Taliban.
yeah.
Seriously. And the manufacturers of the batteries, I'd like to know where they're being manufactured. Why there's a 6-month wait. Everybody remembers almost a year ago, our president come on TV when we first started having a chip crisis. Remember, Doug?
Right.
We didn't have chips. And, by November, we'll have chips. We're going to have chips. We're going to make them in the United States. Da, 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 da. We're going to have chips. Just like Doug said to me, last week, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, people. When we drove by Matthews, he's like, "Where's all the cars?" And I said, "We ain't got the chips yet."
Now they have 3 different lots that they use, and they had one
Matthews.
that was probably half full. That's if that.
Well,
20
they move
vehicles.
them around from lot to lot, and they're mostly used vehicles.
There's not any in the other 2 lots.
Well, now the used vehicles are coming back down a little bit in price. The housing market's coming. Here it comes. When we were told the economy is the best it's been in 40 years. How many times have we heard that in the last couple of months, Doug?
Right.
Economy is the best it's been in 40 years. Economy is the best it's been in
Yep.
40 years. Well, I don't know. What did he say a couple of weeks ago? I don't know. You guys are making that shit up, basically. Well, I don't know where you're coming up with this. We're going into a recession.
The economy is doing really well. It's pulling out of what Trump put us in.
So
Sure is.
if you take a look at houses from 2 months ago, let's say, to right now, the same house waiting on a chip. That's what they're waiting on. And you look at that same house now, I guarantee you it's dropped in price.
Yeah.
It's coming down. Some of the car lots are starting to sell the used cars. I mean, let's say 3 years ago, you could have bought a truck for $5,000, Doug, off the lot. A cheap ass truck, beater truck like I drive. Then all of a sudden, here's 6, 8 months, 9 months ago, and through that time, that same truck that you got for $5,000, now they're trying to sell for $12,000. So now it's dropping back. What happens, Doug, when the housing market starts going down? The cars, everything starts crashing out. That's called a recession, the start of a recession. And that's where we're heading. The only people that didn't see this coming was our administration. And I think they saw it coming, refused to acknowledge it, and are happy that it is coming. So, no one shows up. It's and that's a simple case too of let's face the facts. I sound like a broken record. Gas prices went up, diesel prices went up, groceries went up, everything's went up. Now, what you said a couple weeks ago, Doug, is happening now, where I've had people calling, "Hey man, BP over here, look, it's 409 or 410 a gallon." People are running all happy that we're paying 410 a gallon.
Right.
But if you take a look at the diesel prices, they're at 550, 545 still.
They're 580 down here.
Okay, well, I just seen 547 on a corner or 545 or something, and it was down to 409. This was this morning, and I think when I left the track, come home, I think it jumped back up to 519 or something, and but you know, it was bound to happen. Yeah, I can remember a time when Trump was in office. Doug, remember gas went to like 189, 190,
Right. Yep.
and you were talking about it, and I said that's not good. And I says gas got to maintain before oil will go. But that ain't what caused it. If you take a look, price for a drum of oil right now ain't much off of what it was 3 years ago. So there's no excuse why it did what it did. But yep, yeah, there you go. I thought that's what it was, 550 or five, and it was our conversation we had. But here we go. We're going to a recession. How many people been in the grocery store in the last 2 weeks? Good luck. Good luck. They're getting barer and barer, Doug. I mean, I walked down last week. I walked down the baby aisle. There was no formula still. Very little formula out there. There's a lot of stuff that is not there in the baby aisle that normally used to be an abundance of. Puffs. I don't know how many out there gave your kids puffs. It's used to be big section of it. Now it's a little section. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll go back up. Well, no, I think the summer they said that in the summer, going to the summer, didn't they, Doug? Well, we're switching to summer gas now.
Right.
That's why the upcharge went. Now they're going to say it
Yeah.
again. Well, we're going to winter gas. You're paying $6 now.
Change your summer air out of your tires. Put winter air in.
Yeah. Fill up your washer fluid and your lights, blinker fluid. But regardless, we're heading that direction. And I used to get wound up, start swearing, flipping out. But it's, I don't know about you all, but it's become numbing. The numbing factor. Yeah, they got it then. I'm sure. They got all kinds of attention. And still that's unacceptable. To be honest with you, it's unacceptable.
What?
Diesel's a byproduct of gas. It's unacceptable. And what better way to ruin a country than up the diesel prices?
Well, if you go back to the Bilderberg Group, that slows down the whole supply chain. That takes a lot of independent truckers off the road.
Nobody wants to acknowledge the Bilderberg Group, though.
No, we keep saying it. We're their biggest fans.
Yeah, when the Bilderberg Group finally takes over the world, we'll be the ones.
We're gonna have a seat there.
We told you.
Right, they're gonna welcome us. Thank you for helping us out.
Jeff Baker, I did see your comment up there earlier, and I do believe the UN and them, and I'm telling you, with I can't remember the UN and it's had a summit last week, I think it was, or this week, beginning of this week or last week. I can't scroll up there. It was UN and somebody.
What's that?
And I knew that. I'd seen that somewhere. The UN and I can't remember. Might have been the United Nations and the UN. Yeah, United Nations. The United Nations and who else was it? I can't remember what he said, but it was a pretty long post up there. I'll find it. But
is it the one on the screen?
World Economic, yep, there it is. that's here I am looking for it. You got it up on the screen. And if you get into this and you guys really do your research, which some of you do, you will find Bilderberg groups, puppet masters pulling the strings in them meetings.
Yeah.
And that's who's pulling the strings. They're the puppet masters. You know, we've said it a million times on here. Global tax got put through the Bilderberg group.
It just so you understand, this Bilderberg group isn't a group of like 10 or 20 people. There's like 300 to 400 people on this group, and there's a whole list of them. I'll have to find that list, send you the link, because you'll see people that you know and people that you don't know, and a lot of politicians are on it.
And when you research the Bilderberg group and you pull up group members, you got a little card, because you pull up group members, they give you, there's like what, 20, 25 board members, isn't it, Doug?
Yeah. That's
huge.
What
they give you, the board members.
Right.
And the officers of Bilderberg. And it was 2025. So you think, how can 20 people control the world that much? It's far from 20 people. You know, it's 300 to 500 people.
And they're from everywhere.
Yeah, major players.
The U.S. doesn't have a lot of people on it. Probably 50, 60 people on it.
Yeah.
The rest are from other nations.
Joe, there's no middle class people on that Bilderberg group.
Right.
And you know, this is why global tax was pushed through. They want that. Once they got that pushed through, the Bilderberg group now has their so-called fingernails in on everything. They got a grip on everything. I mean, when that went through, and you can bet your ass, Jeff Baker, they had a lot to do with that summit that happened, the meeting. You know, and it is what it is. Audio and video froze up. Mark,
are we still froze?
But regardless, we've preached so much about the Bilderberg group. We spent 4 months preaching about it at least once a night, some kind of segment in it. And you know, we always go back. I always refer back to Jesse Ventura, Conspiracy Theory, of the show he had on the Bilderberg group, and you never seen it again. And it wasn't long after Conspiracy Theory wasn't on TV no more.
Right.
And you can't even find, you know, it's hard. You'd be hard pressed to find reruns. I don't even know. I haven't tried. Go to YouTube, pull up Conspiracy Theory Bilderberg group, and see if you can watch it. But you don't. You know. Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt that one bit, Jeff. That's, you know, and it ain't just Biden. You know, there's a whole bunch of other people got their fingers in on this, and you know, it is what it is. And I tell you this, he just keeps giving money away, Doug. Giving things away. I mean, we spent trillions on the Ukrainian war. So we're at war. The answer to the question last week, we're at war, economic war and everything else. Yeah, we said it last week. Yes, we're at war. We're in all kinds of war without firing one shot. Right now, we ain't doing too good. We ain't doing good at all.
No.
All right, Doug, you got an agenda?
Yeah, I do. So, will you tell us how much you make per hour? You can say yes or no.
Well,
actually answer it yes or no. Don't.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Union. Yes, I will.
No.
I will tell you what union rate is.
No, you. There's a point to this. You could say yes, I would tell you right now, or no, I won't. You could just let's do that, so you don't put anything out there.
Yes.
Okay. Don't say it. Will you tell us how much your monthly bills are?
Yeah.
Okay. would you anything that we want to know about you? You would sit there and answer.
No.
Okay, why is that?
I'm hesitant telling you. I, I guess no on the hourly rate because I
Mhm.
would tell you what union rate is, what I make an hour
Mhm.
is what I can't make less than, and it's nobody's business what I get over that.
Okay, it's privacy. You respect.
Monthly bills, I don't care. I tell what my monthly bills are. I don't give a shit.
Okay, well, what's going on? This was a long way around, but um, there's a whole group or a generation that doesn't have expectation of privacy. They don't care. They'll tell you
No.
anything you want to know.
Yeah.
And what they're doing now, this group, is they're sending away a cup of spit to places like 23andMe, and they analyze your DNA and they tell you all about you and your past and stuff like that. Well,
Almost like Ancestry.com.
right. Well, what's going on is this is getting into a group uh, of people that, well, other nations are getting these DNA results.
Yeah.
Well, they're using that against us now in a chemical warfare
Warfare.
battle that's going to start here really soon because now they've got the makeup of different people, so they know how to attack. Can you believe that?
Chromosome.
This is just actually breaking today. You can go to Fox News or CNN, and it'll all be on there.
I I make jokes about DNA and stuff a lot of times, but I can tell you this: that Ancestry.com, for example, if you send a swab, we can track
Right,
that's dangerous. I always thought it was dangerous, and I told people,
right,
it's bad enough when the federal government takes your DNA for whatever, normally when you're in trouble, but DNA, nobody has the same DNA,
right,
but you have familiar DNA. Your family, your DNA is passed on down, family, and so on. So if you go down to it, Doug, tell me if I'm wrong on this. You read this because I actually, believe it or not, people, I've read a little bit about this at one time, but about DNA shit. But if you can track it down to, let's say we got what 350 million Americans, right? We can track it down. I believe it was to 5 million Americans back, way back, 15 million Americans, and there's some kind of DNA out of them that go out through to make you know what I'm saying. And
right,
yes, you're right. They can make some kind of chemical warfare that doesn't just directly hit you. It hits a certain
right.
chromosome
It hits. What do they call that? A strand. It'll hit a strand.
strands. It hits different chromosomes and strands, I guess is what
Yeah.
with the technical, and it'll wipe you out. Almost like what we're dealing with right now.
I
Yep,
think
there you
I
go.
think that's what you were just gonna say, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
The
that
only
that's
the only difference is I think the COVID was kept internal versus these going out to other countries and things like that. Not that these won't; they could end up out there.
yeah. But once they do a COVID test, they got your DNA too. I mean, you take DNA off cigarette butt, proven
Right.
fact. And I always wondered if you take these COVID tests at home, you don't have to go way back to your brain like they did in the beginning. You ever notice that, Doug? These COVID tests at home and different stuff. Now they don't go back to the back of your brain, or some of them do, some of them.
Right.
I always wondered why anybody had the original COVID test. Oh my God, I thought they were tickling the back of my
Oh,
skull.
yeah. Yeah.
And now they just, or you spit and boom, they tell you.
Yeah.
But I know we progress in technology, but geez, not that much. Well, I said 5G wasn't good, but whatever. I mean, that's your telephones. You don't leave home without them. I ain't getting into that again, but yeah, they can do that, Doug. They can destroy us by.
Yeah, and there's a whole generation that doesn't have a concern in the world about it. They'll send their DNA, or they'll freely give it up without question, or
They don't care
they don't care. There's no expectation
because
of privacy. They don't believe that DNA is is a privacy thing.
and let me watch how I word this because not everybody in that generation, Doug, is like that,
Right.
but a majority is.
Yeah.
And that majority feels that they have no accountability or responsibility, so they don't care. They feel that they can say and do whatever they want because actually we still live in a free country where they can. But the problem is, if they don't pay attention, we're going to be living in a communist country, and they're going to be the first one screaming like a basketball player, a female in Russia. They realized, oops, I mean, anybody out there ever used to watch the show Locked Up Abroad?
Yeah.
Where they go into these people that were in Somalia or Haiti or these other countries, third world countries, which we're starting to slowly become. And they broke the law, smuggling drugs or whatever. We're in the United States, or if you go to prison, prison's bad in the United States, but it's country club to a lot of places. And then, oh my God, they're treating us so poorly. Well, you're in another country, it's their rules, and that's the way it'll be here if we don't watch it. And these kids, once that happens, they're going to be crying like little bitches. And this is what you want. Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Jarrett. Or unfortunately, the majority of your generation puts us in a bad spotlight of we say your generation, and it ain't all in that generation. So yeah, don't send your DNA out.
Yeah, that's good. I'm surprised we're all about COVID tonight, because this is also dealing with COVID. So the EEOC has stepped in now. Remember, it was a mandate that you had to have a test before you did this, before you did that. So
before you did this, you had to have a test 3 days or whatever. Wasn't it 3 days or I can't remember.
Whatever. Well, they've stepped in now and said, although we did say that earlier, now you need to stop doing that. So if you own a business and you were testing because you were required to, you need to stop doing that. The only way that you can do it is if it's job related and consistent with the business necessity. So, for example, your UPS driver or your delivery driver, they don't have contact with people, rarely have contact with people.
UPS?
So, yeah. I mean, your driver comes, throws your package at your house.
Literally, FedEx throws it.
Right. People like that don't have a lot of interaction with people. They could claim a violation if they were tested. A truck driver, for example, doesn't have a lot of interaction with people.
Listen, you let me tell you something. You claim all you want. They can say all they want. In February of 2021, that was overrode by federal law, Doug.
This is no, you can't do that. EEOC.
Well, the federal law says that an employer can,
which is a federal agency, isn't it?
I get that, but they're going to have to go and change the law, right?
I don't know of any
or
law that
amend
said
it.
it. I think it was a
Well,
mandate.
no, they put it in the law that an employer can make you get the shot actually
Right.
and do that all that stuff or terminate you without any repercussions.
I
It
remember
all
that.
falls under falls under that bill because me and you were screaming, and after it passed, nobody said nothing. 3 months later, when it started going into effect, all this shit that they're talking about now, people started screaming, and it was like, we told you 3 months ago that shit was going through in the middle of the night.
Right. And this doesn't speak of law. It just says that they are changing their position and that employers who have been doing it, unless it is a business necessity, they should not be testing. Like you, for example. Why would you need to be tested?
Because Hanson's rules, I work on a Hanson property. And if Hanson's rules on that property, even though I'm a subcontractor in there for another company, Hanson's mandates or rules or regulations come out and say you have to be tested, I either got a test or I don't go in. It's that simple.
Well, you also said that you were an essential worker, so you had to go in no matter what, anyhow.
Yes.
So what's the difference now since you had to go in because you were essential? Now you're not, because if you test positive, you're going home.
Right. I sit in an excavator.
Right.
I don't deal with anybody. I sit in an excavator and talk on a CB.
Right.
And I'm in a secluded cab. Nobody else gets in that excavator. So technically, during the heart of it, U.S. Army overrules a lot of people. So that little piece of paper I had probably could have got me out of sitting home, but here and over there. The problem you have, and I hope there's some union reps watching this. I really do. Because it's the argument I had the other day. We're over 2 years into a pandemic because the pandemic hasn't stopped, Doug. We're over 2 years into a pandemic. You would think that a union as big as the one I belong to would have policies and procedures also in place to protect its members, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of one union right now that does. They go off of what the company says, and what I was told, well, we'll have to renegotiate that in a contract. Well, wait a minute. So when you give guys, and here's the problem with it, we're getting way off base, but I want to go into this just for a minute, Doug. Let's say Jim Bob's working, his wife gets COVID, he's exposed, right? Well, Jim Bob, you ride around in the pickup, and you only use that break room down there in the bottom, and we'll lock the door. Nobody else can go into it, this, that, and the other. Right? So you keep working until you test. Then a week later, Joe Bob's wife gets it. Well, Joe, you got to go home for 2 weeks.
Right.
Then 2 days later, management guy gets it. Oh, he's okay to keep working because he can just ride around in his truck talking to CB. What gives there? You know what I'm saying, Doug? There's this pandemic fucked a lot of shit up more ways than you people ever know. Not only because of fighting COVID, this, that, and the other. There's upper slant got their way on a lot of shit and will continue to get their way where they wouldn't have before the pandemic, different shit they pull. And we, the middle class, sit here and sit at the bottom of the hill and keep eating the shit, and there ain't nobody sticking up for us, Doug. There's nobody sticking up for us because we, the middle class, are going, fuck it. Fuck it.
Right.
Fuck it. We ain't doing nothing about it. And we preached. I had an argument with Doug, and he proved me wrong because it's been over a year. So you know what? The middle-aged guy ain't gonna put up this shit. By midsummer, we'll see. No, you won't. Yeah, you will, Doug. No, you won't. Doug goes, everybody's going to have. What can we do?
Right.
So when's the time come? When does the time come? Because it's almost too late. It's almost too late. It's going to come in November. Doug, I'm telling you right now. End of October, November, it's coming. Now watch, it happens, then they're going to put me up on the cross. You started it.
Right. With your 20 people, you have started a insurrection. You and Trump will be.
Hey, you're right, Jeff. We've waited too long. But the problem is, why I say November, the election, October, here's the problem. I honestly don't think when they start trying to shut things down again, mask mandates, and I don't think the American people are going to go through this again, Doug. I don't think they're going to put up with it. I really don't. Once was enough. On top of the inflation, they're going to try this again. I hope we're smarter than that. I got my doubts now, but I hope we're smarter. And that's where I'm going with that, Greg. That's exactly right. I feel that way. As a union member of 10 years in the labor's, 27, I think it is in the operators now. So 37 years total. I feel shit on. I feel totally shit on. That one of the most historical things in my life to date, 9/11 was probably the most historical, but this pandemic keeps going, rates right up there with it. I feel the union sold out and could give two cents less. The thing they care about is that working dues and union dues that comes in. And that's just how I feel. I didn't get an answer I wanted, Doug. Why are we not making policies and procedures? And I went right up to the business manager, top dog, call. And what I got was, well, we have contracts in place, and when them contracts, everybody else got to break contracts. Stop and think of this. Every business got to break contract rules. Am I wrong, Doug? You're going home 2 weeks. We're 500 or more. We don't have to pay you. Everybody else got to break contract rules. Why do we got to wait till contract time? And this is where it's going. We've lost all control as the middle class.
Well, maybe this will explain it. I don't know how many people made a call to the Huron County courthouse. I'm thinking nobody.
No.
So this is why our leadership thinks that they can pretty much do what they want. Nobody checks them. Nobody calls and says, tell me about this, and why do you have it, and where did it go? Why was it taken down? So they'll put anything up there. Nobody's going to do anything.
You're right.
We're going to vote in November, and hopefully we'll change some stuff and get some right people in there. But other than that, nobody's going to do anything. Well,
it makes it, with this whole touchy subject, abortion thing that you had on last week. We got, man, I tell you what, I thought about this all week since last week. We got a U.S. congressman that I had full faith in and believed in. Didn't agree with everything, but believed in, Jim Jordan. And it really bothers me what he did. He jumped on a bandwagon. Why? And you can't say, because he was saying it was Biden's agenda, the left's agenda, and this is pretty much bullshit.
Right. So you got a representative in there that's going off of whatever they hear, not checking fact. And so how's laws made? Just off of what people say?
And this is what scares me.
Right.
This is what pisses me off. And I thought about it because I had faith in him. And the problem is this. You know, you said, well, you get a news reporter. No, this is on Instagram. It was thought out.
Right.
He had to type it and think it out.
Right.
That's what bothers me. And it wasn't like CNN went up and shoved a mic in his face and he had to say something on the spot. You know, and that's unacceptable but forgivable. All right. You say something in the spur of the moment when someone jams a mic. I've done that myself. Trust me.
Right.
Many times, and then walked away going, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking regret that." You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
before you even walk away, but the thing of it is it was thought out,
Yeah.
and I got issues with that.
So if you're in Jim Jordan's district, you have to be saying, how is he deciding laws and things that we have to follow just off of hearsay? Are we going to ban guns because he heard that it was a bad thing? Or is he really researching stuff and trying to figure it out? And no comment would have been the better thing for him to say. No comment.
My answer would have been, listen, I got to see what the hell's going on with all this. Right. You know,
right.
There's a lot of gaslighting going on anyways, and let me check into it, see what's true and what's not true. Last week's show, when a 10-year-old girl was raped
in Ohio,
become pregnant. She was past 6 weeks. Ohio law for abortion, 6 weeks and 3 days, or whatever it was, 6 days, whatever. She had to go to Indiana and get an abortion. This, that, and the other. It made President Biden was commenting on it. You know, this, that. Our Attorney General, the piece of shit that guy is, basically said, you know, she's a liar, you know, and Jim Jordan come on and said, you know, it's all part of the left agenda on a tweet, and, you know, this, that, and the other, kind of half-ass agreed with our Attorney General, and then all of a sudden an arrest was made. It was an illegal immigrant, and
the 10-year-old was pregnant.
Yep, she was pregnant, did have an abortion in Indiana, and the illegal immigrant confessed to raping her several times. You know? Yeah, you know, you're not far off. I mean, I got a feeling Jim Jordan isn't going to dinner with Joe Biden, but, you know, I mean...
I'm sure he regrets what he said now.
Yeah, I'm sure, but the point of it is he said it. He said it in a tweet, in Instagram or tweet,
whatever,
Twitter or whatever it was, and so it was a thought out. You know, right. Just when you think that you know, they're all fucking corrupt. A lot of them are bought and paid for. It don't matter.
Yeah. Yes.
So it is what it is.
All right, we're giving away some pizza. And then we're going to talk about the death penalty. I got to get to this because it's really been disturbing me for 3 weeks now. We haven't got to it.
You going to put up some of Dean's food?
I am. Hashtag is
no bullshit.
Bullshit. I wish that this was still available.
Jeff, the difference between left and right is how much they get paid to stay on one side or the other. Look at that food.
All right, here, let me get into the good stuff here.
Look at that. There you are.
And you promised me and didn't come through.
No, it's in the UPS driver's got it. Look at that.
He'll be throwing it at your house soon.
It's throwing your ribs at your house soon. Big D's Pizza. There's all the stuff. More than just pizza, people.
Right.
And I can tell you this. All bullshit aside, they are good. And leg 3 of the Big D's Hot Dog Challenge in the Speedway will be Thursday night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
So
hashtag no bull show.
Hashtag no bull show.
Share the screen. Give away. All right. So whenever we're ready, we need a Big D's
Whoa.
at the track. Yeah. What's going on? Are you okay?
Hold on.
What
Have
happened?
a party crasher.
Oh, there you are. Hi, pup.
Party crasher. Say hi.
Come here, Goofy.
She did a good job watching them, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Almost had PETA here. I almost dropped the dog.
All right. High Miner's coming up. Did you want to take care of our No Bull Show fans anyway? Shape or form?
I did last week. No.
What's that mean? So no, is what you're saying?
No.
Wow. All right, here we go. 9 of you are in out of 18. Getting about 50%.
There you go.
Oh, crap. My alarm went off.
Your dog seen mine.
Probably. All right, ready?
All right, here we go. Spin
All right.
the wheel.
Okay, the wheel is spinning. Marty. There you go.
Marty's like, when the hell am I going to get up there? Well, you'll be coming up, Marty. Hold on. Marty will take that. And Marty, I'll call you after the show, Marty. I can't discuss why he's coming up. I really can't. I'll tell you, Doug, after the show, but I know he's coming up on business in the next week or two. So,
all right, Big D's Pizza in Clyde, Ohio. Is where you gotta go.
It's only about 15, 20 minutes where you're going to be from there, Marty. So
perfect. Works right in.
All right, let's talk about the death penalty.
All right, so
we've been bypassing for a couple of weeks.
Our governor, just because there's just one little crinkle in this whole thing that just kind of I have to kind of think through. 2 people were he's delaying the execution for 2 people. They were scheduled for January of 2023 and February of 2026, but they're now delayed. I don't know how much further you could delay things out like that. But the reason that he's doing it is because they can't obtain lethal injection drugs.
Or what? They're going to die?
Now.
Oh, no, the state?
Right.
The state can't obtain?
Correct. So if you can't fulfill your obligation to kill me, then I should be not set free, but I should just go to a life sentence. I should sit on death row. You've already bypassed my time.
I agree with that. If my execution date is July 30th of 2022, which would be Saturday, and I've prepared everything. Well, Mr. Mize, we didn't get our shipment in this week. We're going to delay you until 2024. I believe,
that's a good point too. That's why I'm thinking that if you bypass the date that was set, you need to revert to a life sentence.
You should. Yeah, it's not a delay for evidence.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. And see, this is where I'm at with it. I'm almost right there. I'm with Mark on this too. I agree with you, Doug. But listen, there should be more ways than one for this. So what if you get zapped by the electric chair and it,
I
all of a
don't think
sudden
they have it anymore.
shorts? Well, what if you?
If you live through a execution, yeah, you're released. I did hear that.
Well, you don't. I mean,
Normally you don't, but let's say the electric chair failed.
you're gonna walk around staring at the stars.
Yeah, you're not going to enjoy your life, but
Listen.
you could definitely go.
This falls back to what I was talking about a couple weeks ago in Kells. You ain't gonna, you're not living through a hanging. You're not living through a firing squad. Period. Well,
that's a whole topic on itself.
I understand where you're at with that and respect that, but here, I'll tell you my opinion. You won't agree, I can see already, but when you're talking about abortion, you're talking about an innocent person that ain't even been, it's a child, innocent child, okay?
Yeah.
When you're talking about a grown-ass adult that's killed, done some horrific things, in my opinion, and it's two separate things, and you should pay for that. But I respect the fact of what you're saying there, Jeff. I understand what you're saying, and there's some good logic into what he's saying, Doug, to be honest with you. I mean, we're sitting here, well, you can't, have an abortion, but it's okay to kill here. You're right.
Just food for thought here. The one guy killed his uncle and grandparents. He beat his uncle, grandmother, grandfather with a baseball bat. His grandmother also had a gunshot wound to the head.
See, there's something strictly, as Marty says, very evil. And I don't know. I believe you all pay at the end, regardless, one way or the other, whether you get executed or not. You're gonna have to meet the maker, dude. And judgment will get passed down. I'm not gonna make it a religious show, but that's my belief. And so whether you get the chair or you don't get the chair, you get executed, you don't get executed, in the end, you're going to have to pay for what you did. But, I feel that meeting should be set up a little earlier if you're very evil on this earth now. What they say about, the one general said about the Taliban, our job isn't to judge the Taliban, it's God's job, but our job is to arrange the meeting or whatever it was, Doug, but
right. I think Aaron put it out just right.
Yeah. But, there's not going to be a right or wrong answer here. There's not going to be a right or wrong answer with everybody on their opinion. And the best thing about it is that's your opinion. And Jeff has them. Yeah, you're allowed to have it. And, it isn't that I disagree with what Jeff's saying, because he's got a very logical point. When we sit here and fight for
he also,
right to live on one side, but on the other side, like Aaron and them are saying, a child doesn't have, hasn't made any choices yet. Well, no. You got to defend yourself too, Jeff. You're not a hypocrite. That's person sitting in prison's already went through that. Evidently, somebody didn't get them first, but it's, if you're scheduled to be executed on July 30th and the state of Ohio says, well, our lethal injection didn't come, so you're going to have to wait I feel you should be exonerated from the death penalty and moved down to life in prison without parole. That's just my opinion. You know, you
Doesn't it make sense though?
well, anybody that here, this sort of law should be put in place. You know, you were convicted this, that, or the other. Your sentence was on such and such date. If we can't fulfill that date, then you should never be set free. But your date's come and gone. You know, you'll die of natural causes or whatever. You know, but I feel there should be 2-3 different options, not just one. Hanging, death penalty. You know, and it pisses me off when I talk about hanging. I have people actually say to me, "Well, that's kind of inhumane, ain't it?" So these people that did these hideous crimes, that wasn't inhumane, and you're worried about this son of a bitch hanging because he's gonna piss and shit all over himself? Well, that could be embarrassing. He's dead. I don't think he's gonna, you know, he's gonna turn blue, not red in the face from being embarrassed that he shit himself. You know, I mean. Firing squad, well, you know, and then you're going to get into, well, this person had to pull the lever to, you know, hang him, or this person had to shoot the bullet. What about the person giving the injection? Somebody's got to throw the button.
But yeah, there's ways they do that.
Well, you still got 4 people push a button,
Right.
and nobody really knows which person. So
Right.
you have 4 people pull a lever, and you don't know which one trips the hanging.
Right.
And
Well-
you have 6 people shooting, you don't know which one actually. I mean, there's no, nobody's gonna convince me of that logic.
I just looked this up, and
No,
it's,
Mark, I probably wouldn't. Mark Reed, I probably wouldn't, but in a situation like that, if it was my family, I would be more mad at the state. No, there isn't, Jared. They put it down to lethal injection.
Well, I just looked that up. In Wikipedia, which you don't know if it's right or not, says hanging, electric chair, and lethal injection. They may have gotten out of that.
They don't do the electric chair.
hanging, and I didn't think so either.
Anybody that used to live in Columbus down around Orient, that's where they used to do the chair. And them people, this is no shit. People that lived down there back when they did it, years back, said that the lights once in a while.
Right. It says that since 1999, all people have been executed via lethal injection.
I think it was state of Ohio that if you go and do the research, I'm not sure, but the reason why they quit the chair was they had a malfunction and actually blew the guy's head off. Poof.
Oh, wow.
And they said, "Oh, that's inhumane." I don't think he felt it.
No,
You know what I mean? But
Right.
I mean, to go to reverse everything I just said, how is it inhumane? I would believe the lethal injection is more inhumane than hanging the chair or the firing squad. It's just me. You know, because it's not an instant. You know, it takes a while. Regardless, I believe in the death penalty. I do. And probably because it's what Aaron said. You know, abortion, a child hasn't even.
Haven't said its first word.
Yeah, you know, it's made no choices on its own or anything. So.
All right. Now we. Is it raining? I do hear it. Now we digress into crazy stuff. We're frozen. I'm not. Okay.
I'm not. Jeff's not.
So I'm not frozen.
And hold on, just one last thing, Jeff. I'm okay with difference of opinions. That's what this country's based on. Not everybody's going to agree with me. Trust me. Saturday night, nobody does. But I'm okay with someone not having the same opinion as me. It doesn't. That's fine. Everybody is entitled to what they feel, and that's where this country got fucked up somewhere. Is that there's a group of people now don't believe in that. Just because I don't agree with you on something or Doug doesn't mean that you're wrong, he's wrong, or I'm wrong. That's just the way you feel. And now we have a bunch of people telling us your opinion's wrong and you shouldn't feel it. Don't tell me how I'm supposed to fucking feel.
Right.
This is the way I feel. I respect the fact that you feel that way, and that's fine. But yeah, I know. Greg, they kicked us off right off the get go. All right, Doug, I'm sorry.
All right. Let's see.
Well, I'll remember that on a Saturday night the next time you're racing someday again. Yeah.
And you need to remember that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up. Hey,
Hey, remember this?
come up here
You got a
yelling. Look, I
screenshot.
screenshotted it.
All right. Where did this happen? Virginia. 13-year-old biracial male. Look, he's got his head down already. So we know where this is going. So he had a drastic change in his personality and his behavior over a course of less than a year. So they're suing the school district because what they have told him, and this is CRT, is that because he's a biracial or black male, that people are racist towards him. So it began when the mom said he needed to help clean the house, and he claimed racism. So everything that happens, whether he's not allowed to watch his favorite TV show or he can't do this or he can't do that, now he's claiming racism because the mom is white.
She gave birth to him.
She did. But they're suing the school district because they have put all this in his head. They brainwashed him. That's the term they used. The attorney used that. He's been brainwashed to believe that he's inferior because of his race, and he's going to claim racism now, even at home.
Let's go back to a year and a half ago when we started talking about CRT. And I brought up the simple fact that my daughter's white. She had a relationship with a black guy. Two of my grandbabies out of the 4 I got are biracial, half black, half white. Didn't I say there's going to come a day, if this is taught, my grandbaby is going to say to my daughter, I don't have to do that because you're white, I'm black, and you're discriminating against me.
Right.
And, you're racist towards. Didn't I say this would happen eventually?
Yes.
I said back then, this is what's going to happen. And here we go. God damn, I'm one of the dumbest, smartest people you know, Doug.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to agree. I have to agree. But watch out because let's see. I guess we'll
CRT is not good. Listen, I don't believe in discrimination, racism, what have you. CRT is not good. CRT is another way to cause a divide, and if you get right down to it, the person that creates the CRT books and lessons is the federal attorney general's son-in-law. Remember that whole thing in Congress, Senate hearings with Ted Cruz and Attorney General? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
and this is where I called this a year and a half ago or so when they said this. It's going to come out to where, Mom, your paycheck went in the bank. Well, I deserve half reparations. Remember that, Doug? I laid this whole scenario out of what my daughter could go through before it was over.
mhm.
And now we're seeing it. CRT is one of the worst things because they say it prevents and teaches against racism, and all CRT does is teaches black kids, whether female, male, transgender, it doesn't matter, gay, lesbian, or whatever, how to be racist
Correct. It's
in
almost
the
like,
worst way.
yeah, it's almost like, well, let's just reverse it now.
They're not teaching them to be racist towards your neighbor, or some guy they see on the street. They're teaching them right to be racist at home.
Right.
And we've seen this coming down the pike.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're going to reap what we sow of allowing CRT. DeSantis has to be the smartest governor out when he said this shit ain't being taught in Florida. Remember that?
Yeah. Would you like to know what Ohio thinks?
Yeah.
He's been waiting on this all night.
What DeWine went to? Well, Fran thinks.
Okay, no. It's Ohio House Bill 327. If you want to look it up, if approved, the Promoting Education, Not Indoctrination Act would prohibit teaching, advocating, or promoting divisive concepts. Well, that sounds good, but that's not the full story. It would permit teaching divisive concepts in an objective manner without endorsement.
He was still teaching, and it's not called CRT.
Correct. You would be allowed to discuss the history of an ethnic group as described in textbooks and instructional materials. You would not be allowed to put your own input in.
Well, where's the textbooks and instructional materials coming from?
Probably the
because
same.
Greg, we brought that up a year ago or
and
so.
I can't remember the name. What is somebody on here?
Something or whatever the hell it was.
Tammy,
Ohio was slick on that because you ask a lot of parents, they teach your kids CRT. No, they don't teach CRT in Ohio. Yeah, you're right. It's called something else.
Right.
Which they are. They are. Regardless.
It would also allow impartial discussion of controversial aspects of history, impartial discussion on historical oppression of a group based on nationality, color, ethnicity, race, sex, religion, or geographic location. The exact same stuff that you cannot, be discriminated against. Now you're going to hear discussion on it. It's going to permit historical documents such as the national motto, national anthem, the Ohio Constitution, the Ohio U.S. Supreme Court decisions. You're going to be allowed to discuss that.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
In this bill, you just said that Ohio said a teacher can't have their input. It's got to go through textbooks, correct?
Right.
Well, who's in charge of the fucking discussions?
The teacher. So just like with hold on. We have a conversation and we talk about fact, and then we go off on what we think and what we normal people do that. Normal people do that. I'm thinking the teacher's going to do the same thing because those kids are going to ask questions and, this happened or that happened. And that teacher.
It's not going to go like that, though. It's not going to. The teacher is going to go in whatever direction that teacher believes.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And their thoughts.
So this.
And their beliefs of what. So if a teacher believes in CRT, that teacher is going to lead to discussion. This does nothing.
Actually,
this bill does fucking nothing.
Okay, hold on. Now, this is in the repository, Canton repository. You can look it up, and they even say, if approved, the Promoting Education Not Indoctrination Act, which in itself is propaganda, would prohibit blah blah blah. So it's already Ohio's just going to say, look, we've done something about it, but in reality, we just said keep it
We've
low
done
key.
something about it, just as long as you read this much of the bill and don't read down here.
Right.
Because that's what they did.
Right.
They put lipstick on a pig and then put it up there and said, it's not a pig. Am I wrong?
If you put
They put
lipstick
lipstick on a pig and said, this isn't a pig. It's got, it's still a fucking pig at the end of the day.
Right.
And that's what they did.
I've heard that from some wise man.
Boy, that caused a lot of shit one time, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys could get past that now.
I hope she ain't watching. But I said I was sorry, man. I mean, geez,
I think you guys got past it.
13 years, 10 years. But anyways, so that's all they're doing. They're putting lipstick on a pig.
Right. Right.
Well, they're not allowed to do this, and this, and but in discussions, let's say you got a teacher who believes fully in CRT education. Are they going to really have a biased opinion of the whole discussion? Or are they going to lean one way or the other?
Listen, that's what I just said. We have a conversation about it. You say what you think. I say what I think. People ask questions, and we give opinion. That's exactly what a teacher is going to do. They're going to have discussion from teenagers who are inquisitive about this or that. How are they not going to? Well, I can't tell you. I don't know. That would be like us just saying that every time somebody asks a question. We can't answer that.
Well, like I say, they dressed the bill up the way it would look good, Doug, and whatever. Right. We still have CRT under a different name.
Yeah, nobody has that name yet. I thought.
Yeah. E something. It starts with an E or something. I can't remember.
Oh, Peter Ducey, he can. There's so many of those. I thought Tammy knew, but maybe not.
Greg. I believe it. I know. I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for that day it happens here. And I believe because I knew that it was a very dangerous what we were doing with that CRT. And that was my biggest concern was, what about, racially mixed kid children, whether it's Asian, Caucasian, Asian, African American, white, whatever the case may be, your own family. That's who they're turning you against, your own family. And I hope to tell them people win the lawsuit, but I really do. This shit's got to be stopped. And the only way you're going to stop it is in November.
Right.
But, COVID BA 5856-7 will be all right.
Watch how you say it.
And then the flying spiders, along with monkeypox. And
what happened to the killer bees?
The killer wasps or whatever. And, lions and tigers, oh my,
Right. All right.
We'll be all out.
So I do know this: 1 + 1 = 2. But in Florida,
depends. If you're going Common Core math, it might be 1.85.
Right. So in Florida, they have a math textbook that they've rejected. Thank goodness. Because in it's by McGraw-Hill, which is if anybody knows anything about education, McGraw Hill is one of the top books that you could get. Here's a question. Here's your math question for today, boys and girls. What are some ways you can connect with your classmates? And for extra
With
points,
the math question.
yes, for extra points, what behaviors show that you respect your classmates?
That has nothing to do with fucking math.
I didn't think so either, and neither did the folks in Florida. They're
Is Florida the only fucking common sense fucking government
it
state?
seems like they've got their shit together down there. There you go. Okay, then.
Joe, I hope your wife heard him swear. I mean, seriously, are they the only ones that got the balls to say no? No.
Apparently,
I mean, and Mike DeWine's okay with all this shit, huh?
apparently.
Or does he have to talk to Fran?
Who?
Fran, his wife, you know.
Oh, Fran, yeah. Fran, can you go to the school?
Fran says,
make some apple pie for them.
yeah, just eat some of Fran's apple pie.
We can indoctrinate you. All right, last story here. Akron Bakery. What is it called? Sweet
The
Mary's
Akron-
Bakery. Sweet
Yes.
Mary's
Sweet
Bakery.
Mary's Bakery.
She,
Do,
no,
do they make cupcakes?
they have pigs and it have spread lipstick. They have a cookie that you can buy that says "fuck police." There, Joe, for you. I said,
Joe. His wife's probably, he said it again, second time in 2 years. Fuck police is what they say, huh?
yes, because of the shooting down there.
Because a criminal
Right.
who ran from the police the night before and sent him on a high-speed chase the next day and shot at the police. So fuck police.
Right. So that's what you can get on your cookie next time you go to Sweet Mary's Bakery. It's real.
So
it's
let me
true.
ask, should we make a cookie that says fuck Sweet Mary's Bakery?
No, you would probably get in trouble for
Why?
that.
Why?
I don't know because that's the way things are today.
I wonder, there's got to be a cake maker out there that can make me a cookie that says that and I can send it to them.
UPS, so they throw it at them.
Yeah, so they throw it at them. FedEx. Here,
We're gonna get in so much trouble from UPS.
here's your fucking cookie.
So, if you'd like, stop by Sweet Mary's Bakery. What do they say?
Where's the address? Where's the address?
You're going down there, huh?
No, I'm just asking where the address. Can we post the address?
Yeah, so I'm getting there right now. But nobody's gonna do anything. Oh, they have a curbside pickup, no delivery.
No shit. Would you be delivering if you had something? Hey, I got to deliver for 2 dozen cupcakes. We're at Akron Police Headquarters.
Oh my. Let's see. Great. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I do too, Greg. But Sweet Mary's Bakery.
They're on East Mill Street in Akron. Stop by and get your F police cookies.
Why didn't you say it? You had made Joe's wife's day. You said it too.
Oh.
You swore twice in one show, so that's okay. Why, but here we go. With what we were talking about earlier, Jeff and me and Aaron, and they got the right to their opinion.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
do.
you got the
You
right to your opinion, and you have free speech. But as many people found out, free speech comes with consequences sometimes.
Yeah, but because they're putting it on their cookies and selling it, that's pushing it out to other people. You're allowed
How
your
is this
opinion.
okay? How is this okay and the people in Oberlin wasn't? Or was
Well,
it Oberlin that wouldn't sell to the gay couple or somewhere?
oh yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't it Oberlin? Oberlin wouldn't sell. Some baker got into some shit there for something. I don't know if that was the gay couple that they wouldn't sell to. That were getting married.
Yeah, Sweet Mary's Bakery. Now let's see.
Craig.
Let,
Hope you don't sell donuts as your main income. You just lost half your business. But seriously, why?
so
I know, Jared, but what I'm saying is this is how fucked up of a country we've become. We're like, well, they got a right to their free, to serve who they want, whatever. But I don't know if it was Oberlin or not. It just keeps coming back to me that bakery refused to sell a cake to a gay couple that was getting married.
oh wow, it's a woman-owned business. If this is Sweet Mary, she's nice.
Well, that happens, Mike. We went through the whole summer. And it was a shoplifter. Okay, that's right. All right, that other state then. Why do we crucify that guy, his beliefs, but this woman's allowed to have hers? Well, I'm pretty sure it was a female owner, Doug. Well, I better not say that in today's world.
Right. Mary could be a man.
Jim identifying as
What's wrong with
Sweet
you?
Mary. Yeah, forgot. But why? This is what just messes my head up. Why is this okay? But it made national news that the guy didn't believe in gay and lesbian, and he didn't sell to that gay couple. Why should? Yeah, could be a cat. Lord forbid. Mary could be
Right.
walking there and it's got a fur.
Here's Sweet Mary.
That's Sweet Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? When Mary gets robbed, maybe she should.
Oh my God.
When she gets robbed or somebody comes in to rob her, who's she gonna call?
Well,
Oh man, I'd get fired. I'd get fired that day if I was dispatched. Yeah, this Sweet Mary's I'm getting robbed. Yeah, fuck the police. Have a good day. They all say that shit. Listen, they all say that fucking shit until the time comes, and then they call the police. It's a different story when they need them. Just like Antifa went out to Sturgis to march during Bike Week. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Antifa's going out, make statement, Sturgis. How stupid is that? But I mean, and that's when they were calling for defund the police. Remember all that shit, Doug? We were laughing our ass off.
Yeah.
They were going to march, and all them bikers went out, and first thing they did, 911. We need help. Yeah,
Right.
we defunded our cat. We might be there in 4 hours. Would you like us to send the ambulances first? And that's what's going to happen. Now, but she'll say, fuck the police.
Mhm.
But yet, if something goes wrong and she gets broke into or she's being robbed, they're the first one she's going to call.
Right.
She won't be saying that now. If I was a cop and walked in, you got any more of them
Sweet Mary.
cookies? You got any more of them cookies?
Did they take those cookies? Is that what
Yeah,
they
did
took?
they take them cookies? I still see some. Can I buy one? You're here to investigate my robbery. Yeah, well,
We need a
not
cookie.
much evidence. There's not much evidence here.
That's
Sorry.
Sweet Mary's right here in our backyard. So we'll just see what happens.
So,
All right.
nothing. So,
All right.
I wonder if we should make some cookies up, say, fuck Sweet Mary's.
I'm sure somebody on here can bake. I sure can't.
If we have anybody that can bake, I want a chocolate chip cookie about that big. It says "fuck Sweet Mary's," and I'll send it to her. And when we make national news, we'll go international somehow, Doug.
Yeah, that would probably, because she'd
Oh,
probably
what's
call
the
the
difference?
police. Right, she'd call the
Why?
police.
Why?
Look what I got.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
What's the difference?
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish they had a billboard across the street. That'd be cool.
You know what?
Hashtag K.
I'm
Sweet
gonna look up
Mary's.
that address and see what is across the street from them. What is that?
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool to put a billboard?
We can
Hashtag K. Sweet Mary's.
76.
See, now she says F. I know got to put a billboard up like that right next to another business.
Right. All right, let me take a look at Sweet Mary's. Oh, there's not going to be. No, there's no billboards around. They're like downtown Akron.
So what if we did a protest?
Nobody will show up. Sweet Mary's right there. It's on the corner.
Yeah, here we go. Let's send a thing to the Akron police. Hey, we're sending fuck Sweet Mary's.
Cookies.
Just letting you know now, you're gonna get a call. We're sending a cookie saying "fuck Sweet Mary's."
Right.
All right.
All right. We'll see what happens. Nobody is. Oh yeah. Let's order it from Sweet Mary's.
Well, you think she would?
We're asking for it.
You got a what? Is there a website?
Yeah.
Place an order?
Yeah. I put the website in chat, but I think it's just Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Mary's Bakery. Akron,
Yeah.
Ohio.
SweetMarysBakery.com.
They gotta have a Facebook page.
Oh, you're on there?
No, I'm asking.
Oh wow, we'll have to wait. They're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if she doesn't want to make it, can you have her come on? Oh, there we go. We'll contact Fox 8 and say that she won't make our cookie.
Sweet Mary's Bakery.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna send a private message to Sweet Mary's Bakery.
All right.
Ain't I allowed to?
Yeah, there is a thing on here that says, sorry, we no longer offer custom cakes. Just so you know.
She shut her Facebook page down.
I wonder why.
Stupid ass. Whatever.
Copy.
I'll call an order. I'll call and remind me Thursday to call an order.
Here's all the information you need in the chat there. Sweet Maker, Mary's Bakery, the address. She's in the United States. Call us.
234. That's the number.
234
Hold on. 234
706. This is going to be great entertainment.
706. Go ahead.
6088. Stand by, everybody. You're in for a treat.
We're so sorry to have missed your call, but we are currently closed. Please stay on the line to leave a message to be returned during our business hours, or call us back Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Friday and Saturday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., or Sundays 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to speak to a member of our team. For more information, please visit our website at sweetmarysbakery.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Sweet Mary's Bakery for live updates, new information, and exciting
This is going to be
announcements.
good.
We're looking forward to seeing you soon. The person at extension 1001 is not available. Record your message at the tone. Press any key or stop talking to end the recording.
Yeah, hi, this is Chris Mize, 330-280-1936. Here you're got some cookies down there. I'm interested in ordering one, but I don't want police on it. I'd like another name. If you can call me back your next business day, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. We'll see.
There we
if she
go.
calls back.
All right. And then we can invite her on if she
Yeah.
wants to clear it. She's more than welcome to come on and clear it.
Explain.
You'll only
Explain.
find it here on the C&D No Bull Show.
Are you kidding? Facebook would stop that.
What? Her coming on and
Oh yeah, we'd get cut off for sure somehow.
no.
What's she gonna call AT&T? This guy called me about my cookies. Can you cut his phone off? Sorry, ma'am, we're not Facebook.
Right.
All right,
That was
we'll
fun.
let you know. We'll let you know next week. I should update when she calls on the C&D page.
Yeah. Just let us know if she called or didn't, if it
Yeah.
went good or not. And then we'll next week you'll find out all the details.
Hey, would you guys get other people to watch if I could get her on the show?
What are we gonna do? Let her or are we gonna crucify her?
Oh no, we'll talk nice.
We've
at
never
first.
done that to anybody.
And we'll talk nice at first, and then my mentality temper will probably. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? You got to be the dumbest woman I know.
Right. You run a
Do you
business,
identify? Do you identify as anything?
right? You really a man.
Are you identifying as a stupid person right now? I'd really like to know.
Did you see your birth certificate?
Have you been to Huron County lately? All right, people. I'm Myler Weekend. Wednesday night go-karts. Thursday dollar night. Friday Fast 40 and Ohio Wheelman Series. Saturday 100 Wapper is my Super Modifieds, Alta Modifieds, and Renegade Stock Series.
Wow.
Got a big surprise for some of you. You'll see it when you get there.
Sounds like
I might be sleeping up in the tower because it got done. But
right.
all right, people. Thanks for watching. We'll keep you updated on Sweet Mary's.
Yeah.
So y'all heard me call her, Doug.
Yeah.
Now you can't say, did you call? Did you call?
Right.
Yeah, I called. You're just saying that. Called her online. So
Right.
we got left, Doug. Anything?
No, not at all. Way to end.
God bless y'all. God bless America. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
See ya.